Hey, 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 great grand rising. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. You know what I'm doing. Let me pull up Facebook to make sure that we are here and that we are live. Yay, 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 yay. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Let's turn that down. Come on in, take a moment, tag your friends, your family members, let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. Let me throw a grand rising up here to get the comments going. Come on in, come on in. We are here. We are here. We are here. All right, let's go. Let's go. So, with that being said, beloved, great grand rising, come on in. Let's go ahead and activate the success mind. I apologize for being a couple minutes behind, but I am here. So, with that being said, go ahead and sit with your feet flat, back straight. I'm going to put my hand on heart. You can put a hand on core. And just go ahead and take a good, healing, deep breath in and exhale and relax. Allowing even the skin over your scalp to relax. That pulls down the eyes, the face. Drop those shoulders down from your ears. Even allow the tongue in your mouth to relax. That just pulls everything down, grounding you. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Let's relax a little deeper. Arms, torso, core, thighs, legs, feet. You can feel your feet under you. You can feel the chair you're in or wherever you are. We are grounded, we are rooted, but we want our spirit to be able to expand, to be able to soar. Next, healing deep breath in. Exhale. Turning the focus inward now to the rich inner life, the powerful inner life of divine imagination, of God consciousness, the divine imagination, the realm where there is infinite possibilities, infinite potential, answers to every question, solutions to every challenge. We breathe, we relax. We're now open to receive all the good we desire and deserve. We receive now, and it is so. And it is so, and it is so. Great grand rising, Brian. Thanks for joining us live. Thanks for joining us live, Shamika. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, YouTube, I can see your comments if you want to go ahead, because like I said, the community will benefit from that. All right. So we are continuing. I tell you guys that this is such a pivotal moment for all of us. This month of July is a pivotal moment for all of us. And I want to take advantage, full advantage of helping you to what? Upgrade your inner consciousness, upgrade your Christ consciousness, your God consciousness, so that we could break into new ways of living and new ways of being. So where have we been over the last several weeks? We're staying in this vein because I got to check in my spirit that this is vital for you to really get this. We've been talking about identity, talking about value, talking about perception. So today, I want to ask the question. I went back a couple of years to 2021, a few years, and I sent out a blog post, and it was entitled, Can You See You? I want you to really talk back to me and tell me, can you really see yourself? And I'm going somewhere with this today. So this is the email that I sent. I said this, right? You may remember this conversation we had back in 2021 because we are diving deep into identity and self-awareness. And I wanted to take a second look, right? I wanted to recircle around and look at this again. Grand Rising, Reese, thanks for joining us live, right? This may be your first time tapping into this discourse. If you are taking a second look this time, if you've heard me talk about this before, this time I want you to take a slower walk and implement. Somebody type back to me, talk back to me, and write implement, 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 implement. Do the sacred work to heal your self-image. And we're going to raise that today. We're going to upgrade your self-image today. We're going to upgrade your self-worth, Grand Rising Lisa, because what I have discovered, beloved, the only thing locking all of us, myself, you, remember we all are doing life together. The only thing that's locking you out of where you want to be, what you want to manifest, is how you think, feel, and perceive yourself. So we're doing a second dive and looking at, can you really see you? Implement. Not implementing what you hear, not implementing what you know, will never bring the desired result. And let's look at it even on a very natural level, very bare bone, basic level. How many people do you know that have gone to school, spent thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars to get educated, to learn and get specialized knowledge in a certain field, and they're not working in that field, they're not using that degree? We say knowledge is power, but when we say that, what we mean in a fuller sense is that knowledge that is acted upon, that is implemented, is really where the power is. So we're going somewhere, and trust me when I tell you, I'm here to use, for those of you all that know this language, I'm here in full prophetic apostolic power today to bring and lift you up so that that upgrade really takes place in your life. So we have to do the sacred work, but I'm going to give you some keys to help you along today so that the work is not difficult. The work is not drudgery. The work should be, it should be inviting. It should be sacred work is easy work, right? But it can be intense work. Somebody talk back to me. It can be intense work. So we want to implement the intense work or the sacred work, right? So I thank you. Let me see. What is this? Implement. Put a decision, plan, agreement, etc. into effect. I love it, Brian. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Exactly right. Implement. Implement. To put a decision, a plan, agreement, etc. into effect. And what we're talking about, your knowledge, what you know, because many of you know a lot of things. You know a lot of things, but you're not using what you know. Oh, somebody talked to me today. That's the difference. Are you using what you know? Watch this so that it benefits you. Let me hurry on here. Watch this. A Course in Miracles says this. You believe in what you manifest. As you look out, so will you see in. So in other words, what that is saying, beloved, is that we manifest things, right? We go through life, we live life, things happen, we experience things, and then you believe in what you have manifested. You believe in what you have experienced, good, bad, and indifference. What do we do in our community, right? Our number one foundational spiritual success principle, right? Y'all heard me say it a million times. You probably could say it along with me by now, right? I will take full responsibility, 100% responsibility for my success, for my spiritual success. I will not blame anyone or anything for what appears to be lacking in my life. Y'all need to write that down, put it in your notes, all right? So what A Course in Miracles is saying to us here is that you believe in what you manifest. So when you start looking at your life and seeing all the things that happen in your life, you believe in that. And so as you look out, you see in. I've explained this many times, that your outer reality is a reflection or a mirror of what's going on inside, right? So one of the things that I teach in our community is the importance of perception, because your perception is creating your reality, right? So what you see in your physical realm of appearance is what you're creating. Now, this is what I want to get to today. This is the image that I sent in the email over the weekend, right? And we asked the question here, what do you see? And you see a picture of, yeah, this was my janky graphic 3 years ago. We're in a different place now, right? But this is an image of someone looking in the mirror, and in the physical, the crown is not there. God, I thank you. But when she looks into the inner realm, she sees a different image of herself. She sees herself as a queen, right? I have a sign over there on the wall that says, we wear crowns around here, right? So she sees herself as a queen. So we're asking, what do you see? Now, this is the important thing that I want to really bring home for us today, is that your self-image, your perception of yourself is calling the shots. So I'm going to move through here very quickly, right? You cannot manifest. I want you to hear this, beloved, and somebody talk back to me right here. You cannot manifest or create the life you know you are here to live when the image you hold of yourself is limiting. I want y'all to get this today. Give me some hearts, some stars, some hand claps, some everything. All of that helps the algorithm, y'all. I want to break out of the lock that Facebook and Instagram has me in. They got me locked in an algorithm that my people can't find me. People won't find me. I want to break out. The more we engage, the more you respond, the more you comment, the more you send hearts, likes, emojis, all of that helps the algorithm. So that's the way you can sow seed as well. All right. I want you to really hear this. Grand Rising. Alicia, thanks for joining us live. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Listen, we cannot, you cannot, I cannot manifest, create, live the life I know I'm here to live if my self-image is raggedy, if it's poor, if I see myself a certain way, right? If your self-image is limiting and you're doubtful of your abilities, we're going to break some stuff up today. You're doubtful of your abilities. You're critical of your physical appearance, fearful of rejection or non-acceptance, right? I'm looking at the email. Unbelief about things that's working for you. Listen, you know what, guys? Some of you all have so many things working for you, but you don't believe it's working for you. I'm getting ready to get up, dance, shout, run around, because we're going to break up this fallow ground today, right? When you have insecurities of many kinds, inadequacies, feelings of unworthiness, non-deserving, belief in scarcity, belief in lack, all of that is the way you see yourself, and it limits you from being able to create the life that you're here to live, right? So we have to shift things now, so that we shift and change the self-image. And I hear you saying, Dr. E, how do I do this? I know that we've been sitting and living with ourselves for so long that you don't know how to see yourself differently. Listen, beloved, this message is for me today, just like it's for you, because I visited it first, right? And everything that you're wanting, there's a song. Oh, I don't know who sang it. I don't know who made this song, but I've been playing it in my playlist. I got to get better about really knowing who is doing what and who says what so I could give proper credit. But you may know the song that says, everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Y'all heard that? If y'all heard that, everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Hey, Sharice, thanks for joining us live. You've been on my mind and my heart. Thanks for joining us live, right? Everything that you desire to create, to live, to experience is going to respond to you. Y'all have to hear me today. It's going to respond to your vibrational frequency. What is that? It's the way you think. It's the way you feel. It's the way you speak. It's the way you engage. It's the effort or non-effort that you put into something. This is the way God created the universe. God's work is done. right? And when Jesus the Christ came on the scene, he just simply lifted and restored us back up into a place of dominion, right? Y'all know the Genesis writer. Y'all know the biblications, right? Listen, it says that God created the heavens and the earth the sixth day, the seventh day. He rested and ceased from his labor. What was God doing? He was putting systems and operations. He was putting laws into effect. He just wrote everything, gave everyone, everything in the unseen realm and the seen realm, their job description, their function, their task, their responsibility, and everything is still moving, evolving, and growing according to the laws, the demands, and decree of God that's already done. Can somebody talk back to me and say, already done? Oh, I want us to breathe that in for a minute. Come on, talk back to me. Grand Rising, Tyreek, thanks for joining us live. Josette, thanks for joining us live. Come on, say already done. Already done. So I want to repeat that one more time because I want it to sink down into yourselves. The life you desire, the life you want to experience, God has already created everything to aid you and support you and to work with you and to work for you to create that. But it's all based on how you see yourself, how you speak about yourself, what you believe about yourself, what you believe about the world, what you believe is possible or not possible for yourself. This is what you're going to put on your grown-up clothes right here. Everything you are living, you are creating it. Somebody talk back to me. Come on, somebody. I need some folks that can hit that keyboard fast. Talk back to me, because when people come back and watch the replay, I want them to see these comments. Brian, on YouTube, you could put it in the chat, right? The life you are living is the life you created and are continuing to create. If you want a different life, we're going to have to do some things differently. Can you really see you? What do you see when you think about yourself? So this is where we want to do the upgrading, where we want to upgrade. What is our thing? We're upgrading to break in to new ways of being, new ways of believing and thinking. Even I have to catch myself. And I reminded myself this week, I want you to stop having certain kinds of conversation, because you fall into your resting vibration when you're talking to your spouse, your BFF, your prayer partner, whatever. You get into a realm of comfortability and you start vibrating what I call your resting vibrational state. And then you start creating from there. So when you're with the people that you're most comfortable with, I want you to be aware of the conversations that you're having. The life that I am living is the life that I have created and continue to create. Y'all write that down, because you have to take 100% responsibility now. It's time out for blaming anybody and everybody for the life you're living. You are creating that life, right? It's all about how you see yourself. Now talk back to me, and I'm asking the question, can you see you? This is where we're going to do the upgrading. So watch this. Watch this. To improve your self-image, you have to assess, number one, how you're thinking, feeling, speaking, believing. Come on now. That's the first thing. You have to be honest, right? So when I was in my own personal time of meditation and piercing in and looking in, this is where we have to upgrade for. And so most of you that's been following me, you've heard my story, right? About my 6-year-old self that went out into the world, wasn't groomed properly, got visceral reactions from adults and children alike, right? And that one thing stuck with me. It imprinted me. It imprinted me. And I grew up thinking that something was wrong with me. I was defective. So that's that rejection syndrome. We talked about that, right? But this is what I want to get to, beloved. This is what I want to get to. When we go through life and we experience things, we're taking snapshots. of all these events in our lives. And the normal tendency is to really remember the snapshots of the things that were painful versus the things that were really joyful. So when I had to go in years ago when I did this work and I went back and visited my 6-year-old self, then the Spirit brought in a different image to show me. It showed me a different image of adult people looking at me in awe and amazement of all the goodness that was in this little 6-year-old package. And I began to see my spirit. I began to see the real me. I began to see the me that was here or created before the foundation of the world. That's why the psalmist can say in 139 that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, because your spirit, the part of you that's just like God, the I am that you are, is powerful. So then in my own prayer time, I went and I visited my 2-year-old and 3-year-old self. Now, this is the exercise and the assignment. Some of you, I understand, you may have had traumatic childhoods and you don't have memory of yourself that early. Some people that I mentor, they don't have memory of themselves up to like 9, 10 years old is when they first start having memories. From age like 1 to 8 or 9, they have no memory. They don't have much memory of themselves, right? The earliest, I want you to visit the earliest memory of yourself and allow the Holy Spirit to show you the truth. When I started visiting, watch this, my 2-year-old self, my 3-year-old self, I began to see, and these are the words that came to me, my grand magnanimous spirit. I'm gonna break that all down for you, right? And the word magnanimous came, and I did a little deep dive into that word, but I want to speak of magnanimous in the synonym word that's attached to it as noble. I began to see my grand noble spirit, watch this, that was packed into that 2-year-old, 3-year-old body. At that age, I was so adventurous. I could see myself. We was in a large apartment building in Harlem, New York. And I could see myself climbing up the stairs because I'm too young to walk upstairs. So I'm literally climbing up the stairs, going to people's houses, knocking on their door, going in the house and just dancing. What am I showing y'all? That is the magnitude and the truth of my spirit of who I really am. All right. So when I began to look at my 3-year-old self, I began to see we was in this hotel in Harlem. And I began to see how much I was doted on, how much I was loved, how much I was cared for, even by my siblings, right? I want you looking at the good things. Allow the Spirit to show you the real you. When I mentor my private clients, we do a whole visualization, a guided visualization I do with them to help them see exactly what I'm talking about to you today, to help them see who they are in spirit form before they incarnated into this physical body. Because come on now, go back to your biblications, right? Our spirit is eternal. We were here in spirit form before we incarnated into this flesh. And then this is what I saw. And this was a next level revelation for me as well. Because in our religious experience, and those of you that came up in the Pentecostal apostolic movement, right? We got filled with the Holy Spirit, which was the Paraclete, which was our helper, the one that walked alongside us to help. But what the Spirit began to minister to me was this grand, magnanimous spirit that you are was working with you and for you long before you got filled with the Holy Spirit. I want y'all to follow me. Because in that realm and in that dimension of being filled with the Holy Spirit, receiving the helper, watch this. All those years, I was seeing myself as helpless. I'm helpless, meaning that I'm waiting for, looking for, and needing the help of God, the help of Spirit, the help of the Holy Spirit. But what began to be a revolutionary thing for me was to see, beloved, your spirit, the part of you that is just like God. We incarnated into this 3D realm to have an experience. And all the things that we called for to experience in our life on this plane, we wanted to experience it here because we don't experience those kind of emotions for in fifth dimension and above. There's no need for it. What am I saying, beloved? You have got to see how grand, how big, how powerful, how limitless your spirit is. So what we have done, even when you think of yourself as a spirit, what we have done is stuffed our spirit into our bodies. And we identify with our bodies as we move around in this 3D realm, not realizing that your spirit is so grand that it radiates and emanates outside of your body into the etheric realm, into the realm, and we are connected to everything that is powerful. So when I think about the angels and the angelic realm and the ancestral realm and the cloud of witnesses that's aiding and supporting me, I'm connected to that because I am that. I come from that. So what did that do, beloved? You no longer feel helpless. I want y'all to talk back to me right here. Take a deep breath because I said a lot right there. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now, for those of you that are outside of my community, this may be a bit much for you. You might feel like, what are you talking about? Because in our European Christianity Inc. lifestyle, we have been taught to dumb ourselves down, play ourselves down. We're wretched, we're sinners, we're worms, all those kind of things. So you don't know how to see yourself in a grand, noble, powerful way. But until your self-image of yourself change, you will not even begin to believe that whatever you desire, you can create. And this is where it all starts. Hey, Lynx, thanks for joining us live. I've been watching you. Congratulations and all that you've been doing in your tournaments, right? Watch this. Watch this, beloved. Until that self-image. So now what happens when your self-image starts to get an upgrade? You no longer see yourself as, oh, it's me. Everything's working against me. In other words, you're no longer a victim. Not only are you no longer a victim, you're not waiting for somebody to come rescue you. Can somebody talk back to me in the chat and type, nobody's coming to rescue me? Because you don't even need rescuing. You just need to come into a greater revelation of who you are. Because you are a spirit first. You are spirit that is just like God, that incarnated in this 3D flesh realm. You're here for a reason and a purpose. So I want to break something today. I want to free you. I want to loose you from this low-level mindset that you have, right? Yes, nobody's coming to rescue me. Come on, get that in your spirit, beloved. You're going to rescue yourself, but you don't need rescuing. You don't need, because you're not a victim. We need to shift the mindset, shift the paradigm. You have to see that you are just like God in this 3D realm. Can y'all talk back to me? Let me see what y'all saying on Facebook. Right. The rescue party is already in me. Reese, I just love the way you say things. Yes, the rescue party is already within me. Already within me. So watch this. Watch this. I just feel stuff breaking up inside of you. So this is the assignment in your quiet time, in your prayer time. You have to go back in and allow Spirit to show you how grand you are, how noble you are. Let me show y'all this. Watch this. So when I looked at the word magnanimous, right? And it talks about being kind and generous, right? It talks about that. But I like the origin of the word, right? And this is dictionary.com. The origin of the word is from the Latin in 1540, right? It means great souled, souled, great souled. So it is great plus animus, meaning great plus spirit, soul, mind. I want you to start thinking about yourself in these type of terms, right? We have to come out of that darkness into the marvelous light, right? And start thinking of yourself as a great spirit, soul, mind. And when we look at the word noble, and this is where I really just pulled all of this to myself, and you have to reframe and shift how you think about yourself. So a synonym for magnanimous is noble. That means distinguished by rank or title, pertaining to persons so distinguished, right? Of belonging to or constituting hereditary class that has special social or political status in a country or state, or of pertaining to aristocracy. When you can see, now all of that what brings us down to, right, 3D terminology, but I want to bring you right back up. I want to bring you back up so that you begin to think of yourself as this grand, magnificent, magnanimous spirit. You've got to see yourself apart from this physical body. This physical body is only the temple. It is the house. I call it the earth suit that is housing your spirit, but you cannot trap your spirit in this body. This is what we've done for years. I've done it. And when my spirit is just trapped in this body, you feel helpless and you're always looking for something outside to help you. Now, this is where I want you to talk back. I'm getting ready to land here. As Reese said, the rescue party is within me, beloved. That's why I always tell you, tap in, tap in, tap into your rich inner life. Everything you need is within. And I want you to begin to see your spirit. I want you to begin to see who you were before the foundation of the world, because that's the truth of who you are, not what you've experienced here. Those were just experiences. And so I want you to even shift from, this is why I don't friend a whole lot of my old religious folks on Facebook and Instagram, because they stuck in that mode of who's the hater, who don't like me, who's working against me, who's the witch, who's the warlock. Y'all know my saying, beloved, it's not witchcraft, it's your craft. It's you. Everything, when you allow your God self, this is language we use freely in my community. When you allow your God self, the I am that is within, tapping into that, when you awaken to the fact that everything God is, I am. Everything God is, I am in this 3D realm. That's why he gave you dominion here. Let them have dominion over everything here. Who were you before you came here? He told the prophet Jeremiah, I knew you before you were conceived in your mother's womb. This teaching is it goes into so much more in our community. They already know about this, but what I want to give to you today, to upgrade, to pull your spirit up. Now, when I think about my spirit, I cannot think about my spirit as in this body only. But it is so big, it is so grand, And then as you begin to shift and change how you think and feel about yourself, your paradigm about what you believe is possible for you, then everything God created in the universe, his operating system, the spiritual laws, everything that's already done starts lining up to work with you and work for you and support you. I love the writer of Job. He says, when you return to the Almighty, and meaning returning to your God self, right? Stop always thinking about God is outside, up in heaven, millions of miles away. God is within you. When you start thinking about how much you and God are one, and everything God is, I am in this 3D realm, you're not helpless, you're not broke, you're not in poverty. Because what was the saying I told y'all last week? I cannot be what God is not. Write that in the chat. I cannot be. When you start thinking of yourself like that, and honoring yourself like that, and esteeming yourself like that, we're not doing no fake humility over here. All that fake false humility. Oh no, oh who me? Not none of that. Y'all remember on Tyler Perry's, I think was it I don't remember. Somebody tell me what that play was. When Brown was at the funeral with his granddaddy and he was begging them to put him on stage, and when they called, who me? Y'all want me to say something? That's all the fake stuff we do, right? I want you to start thinking about yourself as grand, as beautiful, as honorable, as noble, aristocracy, because that's who you are, beloved. And when you start believing it, it doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what you've experienced. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about you. The only thing that's going to make or break you is what you think and believe about yourself. I cannot be what the Creator is not. Love it. I am everything I need. Time to wake up. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. We're going to stop waiting for God because God already did everything. He rested, put everything in motion, in systems and programs and angelic responsibility. Jesus the Christ, according to your Christian theology, Jesus Christ came to restore you and bring you back to your position of authority and dominion. And Jesus the Christ said, what? It is finished. It's done. Their part is done. So you don't have to beg God for anything. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone or anything. God already knows. You're not even proving yourself to God. Change your mind. Oh, Pastor Ruth Spencer. Ooh, Ruth Spencer Buzz. Right. Thank you. Thank you for joining us live. All right, lovelies, look. The perception of who you are. You've got to change the way you see yourself, the way you feel about yourself, the way you think about yourself, because everything in the universe and God's operating system is responding and giving you not what you want, but giving you who you are, reflecting and mirroring back to you. And you begging, 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 pleading, 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 waiting, waiting, waiting. Take a deep breath right here, because we're going to operate as God commanded us to have dominion, have authority over. If I don't have it in my life, it's because I have not yet become a match for it to come. Once you become a match, meaning once your heart, your mind, your vibrational frequency is vibrating at a certain level of what it is you desire, it has no choice. It has to manifest. It has to come. You guys, listen, we have to come on in here. We have to come on in here. Listen, let's have a talk. Let's have a chat. If you want to have a private chat with me, go to that URL that's on the screen like that. Pick a day and time. Let's have a private chat. This is it. I told you 2024 is a major impact year. It's a major year for shifting. And I want you to take this leap of faith. Go to the website. If you've never done that before, let's have a private chat. Pick a day and time that's going to work for you, and you're going to be so glad that you did. All right. Let's sow seed. When we sow seed, we're worshiping. We're worshiping. If anything in this message was good for you, ministered to you, helped you, and you say, Dr. E, I feel the upgrade. I feel the revelation. I feel the revolution. I want you to sow seed with me today. I want you to sow. Come on, we're going to work what we're working with, the number 8s, because this is a universal 8-year. So we're working with the number 8, and I'm looking for, all the ways you can give right here. There it goes. All the ways that you can give. And we are worshiping. Worshiping is giving. Worshiping is not praising, magnifying God. First mentioned in the sacred text, Abraham went to worship. He went to give. $28.88. We're going to stay right there. $28.88. If that's too low, do $128.88, $228.88. All right. Let's sow seed. These are all the ways that you can give. And I'm going to personally thank you. I'm going to release whatever God is saying, whatever God is saying at that moment of you releasing, and we're going to do that together. All right, lovelies. I'm going to release you with many blessings. SSLers, we will be in class tomorrow, 12 noon. So I will see you at 12 noon tomorrow. Share this on your timeline, beloved. Share it on your timeline, and have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. Bye now.